think that God will answer that kind of your heart cry when you are not relating with anybody? Also, I can give you another illustration. You needed 10,000 naira, right? And God said, I have made this 10,000 naira available in the hands of an individual. But you are not relating with anybody. And you are, every day you still get to God, Lord, I need 10,000. Lord, I need 10,000. Now, the person seated next to you, if you relate to that person, that 10,000 naira will be what? Given to you free of charge without stress. But you never interacted with that individual. You are running away. And you are not saying that the church is not what? Caring. The church is not showing love. How would they show love when you yourself have made up your mind not to relate with any individual? So this home cell is established what? Settle this kind of what? Issues. Meaning that what? Every home cell leader, you are supposed to know the names of what? All the members of your home cell. Number one. Every member are supposed to what? Know the names of what? All other members of what? The home cell. Ensure you check up on them on a daily basis every now and then. And then your burdens will be what? Lessened. Number 5 is to develop leaders by giving members the opportunity to serve and lead. To develop leaders by giving what? Members opportunity to serve and lead. You see, this podium I'm standing on today was given to me. Why was it given to me? There is something he wants to what? Ensure is activated in me. There is something our Father Reverend Teso wants to ensure is activated. Now, if we want to also get this dimension for every member of the church, you will get to realize that the year will what? Come and pass, and what? Half of the members have not what? Achieved this podium. So what did he do to settle that matter? He now came and said, okay, go for what? Home cell. So every member of the home cell is to be given an opportunity to express what God has embedded into them. So there are people that are anointed for prayers. When they handle the mic, everywhere will turn upside down, because the Holy Ghost will come, flow. Now, if you are embedded with such grace, the only way you can begin to use it, to master it and so become user-friendly, is to find yourself and attach yourself, find yourself a home center and attach yourself and become what? Committed and dedicated. Then to all home cell leaders, and this one is an appeal, every member you see, ensure that you give them what? Responsibility. If you don't give them responsibility, they cannot what? Grow. So, if you want to actually develop leaders, you must ensure that every soul that comes into what? Your home cell, you look for what? Their strong points and what? Grow it. Then you look for what? Their weak points and what? Train them to become strong in that perspective. Number 6 is to multiply and plant new cells as they grow. If I have a branch at Modern Market, and I have followed all the process, or the first steps I have given, and we have arrived at a point, the next thing is what? To say that, okay, let this my home cell bet another home cell. So when the home cell bets another home cell, we have gotten 2 home cells in one location. That is to say, if I hit, let's say 10 or 15 members, it is an error for me to keep what? All the 15 members in one cell center. What next I need to do is to look for another location whereby I can what? Also decentralize by the permission of the authority of the church. And then send another leader there to what? To grow that place. Then number 7, the 7th purpose of establishing home cell churches is commissioning. Commissioning is the act of formally sending out, setting apart, and authorizing believers or disciples for ministry, service, or mission work. I take that again. Commissioning is the act of what? Formally sending out, setting apart, and authorizing believers or disciples for ministry, service, or mission work, accompanied by the prayers of the saint and fatherly blessings or release. If I use myself to explain that one too, I will begin to cry, because the last time I checked, when they posted him to my own home cell, it was a one-man squad. And I knew that it was done intentionally, because if you don't bring us out like that, I will also find myself hiding somewhere. And so he gave me a one-man assignment. Now this is my story. Now when I started, I thought, okay, the pattern is, after I know how to pray, so I will pray and then leave. So the schedule given to us was 1 hour 30 minutes. There are times I can pray for 2 hours, I'm gone. There are times I can pray for 3 hours, I'm gone. Times that I have ended that day. After all, it's only me that came. So why will I be wasting my time staying till what? So this is how God now used him again to help me. I don't know how he did it. Then one of the days, he now said, okay, I am going around the home centers today. And then he didn't call any of the leaders to tell them he was going around. So my prayer began by some minutes to 5. And by some minutes to 6 or so, I was out of this environment. And so when I was out of this place, he now came around and got to realize that what home cell has ended. Now I just stepped out. I have not gone far. So he now called me on phone. Where are you? And I said, I am at so place. Okay. And I said, wait for me. And that waiting for me now was what reset my brain, that I came back with what? Another energy level. Now, and guess what? He didn't answer me immediately. He saw me. He ensured we walked to a point, and then he now dropped the bomb. When he dropped the bomb, he now went his way. Now that bomb now seized my sleep, and I told myself the truth. One-man squad, under an authority. I was released to do this work. So why am I afraid? And this is it. The testimony of that face was that what? He spoke to me this week. But the next week, when my mind entered into the work, from one-man squad, I had 9 persons. That's additional 8 to me the next week. Because what? He came and told me what? Something. And gave me another release to begin. Why am I saying this? I said what? The home cell is a platform whereby you can be commissioned into what? Your own assignment. Your God's given assignment. And if we are talking about commissioning, you don't just wake up one day and tell yourself you have arrived, you are matured enough to begin something. Somebody must have watched you, and then he will release you into that what perspective. With the backing of the church, you cannot what? Fail. But if the church does not back you up, you will fail. Acts chapter 13 verse 2 to 3. Acts 13, 2 to 3. As they ministered to the Lord and fasted, the Holy Ghost said, separate me, Barnabas and Saul, for the work whereunto I have called them. Verse 3. And when they had fasted and prayed, and laid their hands on them, they sent them away. So I'm talking about what? Commissioning. Is the church that must release you into your what? Ordination, into your assignment. No matter the oil upon your life, no matter the calling you have, if the church does not release you into it, you can never function properly. In fact, the reason why most men are open to attacks and receive feedback from carrying out an action is because what? They were not released into the assignment. No doubt you had a call, but you could not wait for the church to release you into it. And so since the church did not release you into it, you now began to what? Have issues. And then every prayer you pray, there will be a what? Backlash. So the home cell is set up to have watched you, nurtured you, and brought you into this reality, such that when they are not asking you to go and start a home cell church elsewhere, or another branch, another branch of the home cell, what happens to you that what? They will give you a backing. That is, you will come back to the larger house. They will now release you into